And the Dutch team are going to be have their hands full tonight in trying to overcome these Spanish giants.
Just to remind you, this is a Group D game in ULEB Cup. So Real and Eiffel Towers, they accompany Red Star Belgrade, PAOK Salonika, Dexia Mons from Belgium, and Unix Kazan from Russia. And two other games in this Group D happening simultaneously over Europe. Unix Kazan, they're taking on Dexia Mons, and PAOK Salonika, they play host to Red Star Belgrade. So it's Real Madrid in white and Eiffel Towers from Holland in red. Here we go, the start, first quarter, and the home team have first possession.
And the crowd on their feet waiting for the first score, Roy. We see it a lot back home in some of the teams, and it's going to be a fine night. If the Dutch team get off to a good start, which they have, the round man to rebound. Sharon Wright has been fouled in the paint by Vardgo Radka, and it'll be end-line ball.
Radka, the big Serb, in the middle of that Real Madrid defense.
And Sharon Wright's going to be more than a handful in there if he can finish.
Good steal is Wright again, this time from three-point range, and still no score.
Sam Jones with the first early three there for the Den Bosch team. Kerem Tunkeri, the point guard for Real Madrid, the Turkish international.
Crowd demanding some defense from the home side. What a rebound there from the big man, Sharon Wright. Still no score. The rebound from the big Serb. They're all big, aren't they?
Interesting, Roy. This is the Real Madrid second five out right now. Not many of these players will be starting normally. You've got the young long air ball there from Vincent Hamilton. That's a brick. Charlie Smith, sorry. Young number 33 there is Marco Thomas. 12, Radka. Axel Hervel, the Belgian, number 17. They're a young team out there.
And the crowd still standing, waiting for that first score. And it looks as though it may be inside. A little bit of a walk there, and still no score. Look at that tussle on the boards there.
Well, Sharon Wright is definitely eating some space in there. Very similar to Schultz-United's Olympiacos.
And the first score of the game goes to the visitors, Real Madrid.
Radko Vada there, the
big groan from the crowd.
Serbian there. He's a big monster as well. There's some big boys out there tonight, Roy. Some bodies going to be slamming around. That's a super move from Wright, but he cannot finish. He's 0 for 3 in there.
Well,
and he looks like might last another 2 minutes. He doesn't look in great shape, Roy.
Eiffel Towers thrown the ball inside 3 times so far and come up with absolutely nothing. It's a bit like a travel in there, but nothing called. 4-0 Real Madrid.
Radko Vada there, little step move, got it Sharon Wright in the air and just laid it up above the rim. And it'd be interesting to see how these young Madridistas get on with this first 5 minutes of this game, but they've definitely taken the sting out of the crowd.
Well, 2.5 minutes and the crowd's still standing. And the second foul against Real Madrid.
That's on Charles Smith. That's his first. I won't worry him too much, but he's playing fairly good defense over there. And being a right nuisance for the Eiffel Towers offense. The Den Bosch team definitely look a bit smaller, with the exception of Sharon Wright.
And oh, in and out. Almost the first score there. And here go Real on the break. The crowd wanted a 5-second call.
We got the travel
and
instead.
they got a travel instead. That'll do.
Axel Hervel. Interesting, Roy. Leon Rogers shoots a long 3, jogs back on defense, and the outlet goes half the length to the floor to Axel Hervel. And you mentioned last night about this being a blowout if they're not careful, but Real Madrid have come ready to play, definitely. And this is going to be interesting how the Den Bosch team cope with this pressure defensively.
Jones.
Into right again.
0 from 4 for Wright.
And you can hear the groan in the crowd too, just lost confidence in everything.
6-0 Real Madrid.
Marco Thomas, the young 21-year-old from Croatia. That's turnover number 2.
Well, how long can Coach Randy Veal wait before he calls a timeout? He's 6-0 down, and his team at the moment can't buy a score.
Yeah, that timeout's not going to be long coming. This crowd needs a bit of injection. They need to score quickly. You need to pick up the defense. You've got a sub coming in the game straight away. Eric Nelson coming in.
Travel, yeah. Referee's been very, very tight on footwork this season, and that's a good thing. Look at that. Sharon Wright comes out 0 from 4, and he's replaced by
Eric Nelson. The only problem, Roy, is now they've got even smaller. Sharon Wright was the one meat they had inside to cope with Vada, and later on Sinanovic might come in the game, but that ball's going to go right inside to Radko Vada, next offense down for Real Madrid, trying to draw some fouls off Eric Nelson.
Here's Nelson fresh on court. Nice pass inside. But still no score. It's been an age, 4+ minutes for the home side to go scoreless. And suddenly it's 8-0. What a fast break from Real Madrid.
Marco Thomas there goes on to 4 points. And
another steal.
Turnover.
That's a jump ball, and that will be Real Madrid possession.
8-0, 4.5 minutes. It's not what the whole crowd wanted. They're still standing. It's going to be a long time.
And there's the timeout we expected. 8-0, and really, Coach Randy Veal can do nothing else.
I think Randy Veal called the timeout for the crowd. They're still sitting down for the timeout. I'm sure they'll get up again in a minute, but you're right. That's worrying times now. First 5 minutes of the game, you haven't scored, and you've had good shots, good looks, but they cannot get that ball to go down.
Look at that statistic, 0 from 9. That speaks volumes. That's why the man on your screen there has called a timeout. He's not panicking, but let's just say he's a little bit anxious.
Well, this is a baptism of fire for this Eiffel Towers Den Bosch team. I mean, there's no doubt about it. They're playing one of the premier teams in Europe right now. Last year, Real Madrid suffered, didn't have a true point guard, but they've hired 2 point guards in Tunkeri and Raul Lopez, so they're going to be strong. So they're playing one of the premier teams that probably should be in the EuroLeague, but so it's going to be a situation where they have to get their confidence, get some baskets early, get the crowd into it, and hopefully progress from there.
There's something you said there, Mickey. Real Madrid should be in the EuroLeague. They're not in that Premier competition because they came a mere 5th in Spain last year in the ACB. That was not acceptable to the club directors. So we have a new coach this year, and so far he's doing a great job.
There you go. You call timeout, and all of a sudden the crowd are back into it. Clapping, still standing. They've had their little respite in the timeout. And Real Madrid would just go through all their offenses. Nice July.
A double-digit lead, it will indeed. 10-0.
You're not going to stop him in there. They haven't got anybody to stop Radko Vada. And Leon Rogers is the main scorer for the team. He's the inside 5-man. He's really a 3-stroke 4. He's a shooter and the top scorer for this team.
Young pulls up and dumps it inside, and at last the home side have scored. The shot was blocked, but it trickled in.
Eric Nelson nails the first 2 for Den Bosch in Europe this year.
And the crowd at last can have a seat.
A great movement from Real Madrid. Just run through their offense, looking for a little weakness.
This is good defense from Den Bosch, but, well, they get a foul. They commit a foul, in fact. So Real Madrid.
That's Sam Jones bailed him out in the foul there. That's his, I think it's his first, but yeah, it's first foul.
And Charles Smith. And almost a turnover. There's Young inside to Nelson again. Oh, what a great pair of hands. And the foul against Nelson. Lost the ball and reached in.
And this is just first night fright, first night nerves for Den Bosch. They're just all over the place, can't concentrate, having trouble coping with the pressure, and at the same time can't put the pressure back on Real Madrid down the other end. You can see the...
And just looking down the Real Madrid bench there, no smiles. They're very, very serious about this game. And the backdoor pass, well, it reaches its man, but Real Madrid regroup with 9 on the shot clock.
And Tunkieri, the long 3 there for Real Madrid. Leon Rogers, the rebound. And Marco Thomas, his first foul.
Substitution from Den Bosch. Ray Weathers, another American, in for the first time tonight.
You hit the nail on the head there with another American, Roy. They've got a few in this squad, that's for sure.
A few, let's call it 7. And some of our viewers on Eurosport 2 in the UK will wonder how they can have 7. Well, I ask myself the same question. I don't know, in fact.
There you go.
That's a 3-pointer, so 5 points, plays 11.
Now, Kees Akkerboom is a Dutch international. He's not many Dutch players on this team, but no, he can shoot.
Bit of a misunderstanding there, and that's a rare turnover from Real Madrid.
Roy, so Axel Herver warming up in the pre-warm-up, and he was nailing shots from 2 foot behind where he caught the ball there. I don't know why he passed the ball. He hasn't taken a shot. That would have been a great chance for him to open up his account. Now, good chance here for Den Bosch to get back in the game.
They trail, but only by 6. Akkerboom. Jones looking to get inside to Nelson. But denial defense there.
Wow, another turnover. Here we go. That's long.
Oh, that's good recovery on the break. Got a good rebound again from Nelson. He's doing a good job in there since being subbed on. Weather nails the 2. No, it's given us a 3. We have a game on our hands at last. It's only 3 points.
Ray Weathers, the veteran there from Den Bosch. He's played all around the place too. He's seen a few countries in his playing time. 31 years old.
Well, Den Bosch were singularly unsuccessful going inside, so they've shot from the perimeter now.
Another travel there from Axel Hervel.
Offensive foul. Good defense.
Well, the young Belgian there is really out of control going to the hoop. Should have pulled up for the little jump shot.
Now we have a World Championship winner coming onto the court. Felipe Reyes, the number 9 for Real Madrid. Recently back from Japan, having had a very, very successful World Championships.
There's your first leg of your starting 5 coming in. Felipe Reyes would consider himself a starter on this team.
And Real Madrid are in the penalty with 2.5 minutes to go. There's a 2-pointer. We have a 1-point game suddenly. Well, Den Bosch showing great fighting spirit here.
Well, Den Bosch have gone away from any post player. They've gone 5 out and nobody in. Isolating Radka there.
It's a good defense from Den Bosch.
Oh, it's a superb. Marco Thomas just went to work. Well, crossed over Akkerboom, spun out, little jump shot, up 2
power
points.
move, and what a soft touch at the end.
I'll tell you, that was class. Randy Veal starting for movement over here on the left-hand side.
Another 3, that's his second. We have a tie. 13 apiece with 90 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
And good pressure here from Sam Jones.
Well, what a comeback from that timeout. And the steal, and here we go on the break. This could be the lead. It is, in fact, the lead for Den Bosch. The crowd are going absolutely berserk.
First 2 points for the top scorer, Leon Rogers. Now he's in the game. He's got some confidence.
15 plays 13. Eiffel Towers, Den Bosch with an unexpected lead, and here they go again on the break. Oh, Weather had an open shot, and he Passed the ball away, but luckily came up with possession.
I guarantee you Roy won't pass that up again. Ray Weathers is a scorer. And he's trying to hit Leon Rogers there for the pass and almost the interception. Almost another turnover there, the back door from Sam
There's
Jones.
Weathers again outside. Rogers, a long three. Oh, good rebound. That's a Den Bosch ball. They have a new shot clock.
Great hustle there from Eric Nelson on the board, trying to keep things alive. Here come the new subs. Vada will go to the bench. Sinanovic comes in, and Raul Lopez, the first sight of Raul Lopez, will place Tunkeri.
Look at the size of the number 21. Sinanovic just come into the game for Real Madrid. He's 2'22". That's well over 7 feet.
Well, Coach Plaza's seen enough. The starters are in there right now. Reyes, Bullock's in, Lewis Bullock's in, the super scorer from the University of Michigan.
Oh, great pass and the foul. Sinanovic just came on, his first foul. Den Bosch will go to the foul line, and if they are successful in both, they'll take a 4-point lead.
Well, there's the example of 5 out, none in, nobody in the post. Leon Rogers penetrates, and I think Eric Nelson was very lucky. He got the ball very slow, went up, and Sinanovic will, I'm sure, will act a bit quicker, a bit smarter next time and get the block shot.
Oh, in and out. So Nelson for the second free throw, and he gives Den Bosch a 3-point lead. There is a differential in the shot clock of 4 seconds, so Real Madrid must take a shot, and Den Bosch should have the last possession of the quarter. Oh, great pass, great understanding. 5 seconds remaining, and Real Madrid trail by just 1. Shoot the ball, the crowd say. There's no foul. End of the quarter, and surprisingly, amazingly, in fact, Eiffel Towers Den Bosch lead by 1. Well, who would have thought we would say Eiffel Towers are leading by 1 after the dreadful start they made? But that is the fact of the matter. Well, the crowd are a lot happier now, Mickey. What a recovery.
Well, I mean, who would have believed it? I think the one problem is here, you come out of the game, you start your second 5, you're not being very respectful of your opposition, and it's come back to bite them. And the starters will come out in the second half, and it'll be interesting to see how they warm to the task, because once you get down away on the road, and you've got a few problems, the shots start going in for the home team, which they will.
A somewhat animated Coach Plaza there.
I think tonight, Ro, we've got a competition between the coaching staffs. Who can be the most dressed, the best dressed team? You've got 5 or 6 coaches down there on the Real Madrid bench in superb styling. And you've got Randy Veal and his assistant coach there in very nice attire too. I wish I'd come dressed for the party.
Remember, Den Bosch, after 5 minutes, was shooting 0 from 9. They're now shooting well over 30%. And the most surprised group of people in this whole arena are the Madrid team. Lewis Bullock, number 22 on court. Sinanovic, the monster inside. 2'22", I repeat. How huge is that?
He's only 23 years old as well, Roy. He's a big future ahead of him. At first sight here, Raul Lopez, it's about a minute in the end of the first quarter, but there's 2 fouls, Sinanovic, and this could be bench time right away.
That's his second foul.
And the advantage that Den Bosch have is they're smaller, so they're dragging the bigger players out to the perimeter and taking them off the dribble. And Plaza's leaving him in the game.
Yeah, Coach Juan Plaza's put Raul Lopez, the number 24, on to do a job on Weather. Here's that confrontation. Weather's hit a couple of threes. Oh, lovely pass inside. But the intimidation factor inside denied Nelson an easy score there.
That was minor intimidation. That was just Felipe Reyes. It wasn't even Stanovic himself. Good defense.
No backcourt, touched by the defense. 7 on the shot clock. Here's Bullock. The turnaround shot is unsuccessful, but they get the rebound.
Great hustle, Felipe Reyes.
That was lazy defense there from Den Bosch. The crowd groaned.
And you got no pressure on the ball now, Roy. So any pass Raul Lopez wants to make, will make it. Good switch from Nelson.
Steal, almost. Bullock nails a 3. That's his first. It's his first shot.
Now, Luis Bullock is the extreme player. And third year with Real Madrid. He is a top scorer.
And Real back into the lead by 2.
And again, dragging Stanovic out of the basket.
Rogers inside. He's fouled. We've got a bonus to come.
What a move. Leon Rogers can play. There's no doubt about it. Roy was a big-time scorer at the University of Northern Illinois, and he almost came to England his first year out of college. Almost signed with the Thames Valley Tigers. And he is an exciting player.
Now, Marcel Arts, the young center for Den Bosch, comes onto the court for the first time, the number 15.
Roy, he's the one player on this team that's actually born in Satogan Bosch. We're having a nightmare with that. Satogan Bosch. He's a born and bred young man here.
A local boy.
Yeah, exactly so.
And his team lead by 1. Luis Bullock.
Gets
the ball away.
Turnover.
There's good poise.
Kick.
Open in the corner. Weather again. This time misses the 3. But
Great hustle,
Den Bosch
Leon
gets
Rogers.
the rebound, but throw it away again. Oh, that's a power move inside. But
the local boy gets the rebound.
Rogers in the corner. The open shot, that's going to miss by a long way.
Yeah, that was a bad shot. Yeah. Randy, we won't be happy with that. Very, very quick.
Oh, turnover, great steal.
Great
no
play.
foul. Here's the 2, and Den Bosch lead by 3 again.
And Travis Young. Den Bosch have a lot of little guards coming on and being very, very active. I'd like to see him play a bit more pressure defense. Weathers is about 10 feet off Raul Lopez right now. Can see any pass he wants. There's a foul there, Leon Rogers on Felipe Reyes.
Travis Young read that pass from Lopez. Well, he read it 3 or 4 seconds ago.
Another American coming into the game here, Roy.
On court, another World Championship winner. That's the number 15 for Real Madrid.
And Robert Owens has just stepped into the game. Another American product. And Mumbro's just taking him out on the baseline.
Here's Luis Bullock. The left-handed, and he ties the scores. By mistake, Real still trail by 1. Oh! That was outside the cylinder. The crowd baying for goaltending, but a good non-call from the officials. Bullock misses the 2, and here go Den Bosch again on the break. It's end-to-end stuff. Good defense from Real Madrid. What a great defensive fast break from Real Madrid.
Well, Raul Lopez took his ground and read Ray Weathers' move. And Weathers had an easy layup there. And in the end, we got end-line ball.
Den Bosch by 1.
But it's an exciting game now. Den Bosch have got back in it. Can they sustain this? I'm not sure, Roy. This is a tough team to play against.
Well, the crowd think they can. And remember, Den Bosch couldn't buy a basket in the opening minutes. And here they are on equal terms, or just better, with one of the best teams in Europe. Again, the intimidation factor.
Well, that was intimidation, yeah, because Stanovic went right after Leon Rogers' layup.
Bullock, no foul, looking at the official. Here go Den Bosch on the break. And Weather. That's good play. Rogers goes inside and loses it. Not quite, gets it back again. Young misses the 3. It's Harem Scarum.
And Michel Arts there with the foul, I think. 15. Over the back, pushing. Yeah. That's his first foul. And I'd say this right now is a test in time now for Den Bosch. Real Madrid had just coped with the pressure from early in the first quarter.
Nelson back in the game for Den Bosch. Just had a couple of minutes breather and back in to do a job on Felipe Reyes. Bullock into the low post. Mumbre misses the three. Oh, big rebound from the local boy. It goes Weather, nice pass. And no foul.
Good hustle from
Crowd
there from
baying for blood there, but getting nothing. Oh, Bullock, what hands, what?
Oh, he missed.
Ooh, I was about to say,
That
what a
was
great
beautiful.
move.
Beautiful pass, Raul Lopez.
There goes Weather. Young from three, nails it. It's a 4-point lead. This is the biggest lead that Eiffel Towers, Den Bosch have enjoyed.
Roy, the man Mountain's about to come back in. Sharon Wright, we're going to see some banging around in a minute. And our first look at Vincent Hamilton too in a minute too.
Oh, the noise in this arena is absolutely deafening. The crowd having the time of their lives, and that will be 2 free throws to Real Madrid.
Yeah, subs are in. We've got subs all around. Alex Mumbro's going to shoot 2 free throws.
Sharon Wright waiting to get back in there. Remember, he missed his first 4 shots. And, well, he's had time to think about that particular statistic on the bench.
Interesting, Roy. Ray Weathers has sat down with a little bit of a pull in one of his legs, I think. He's a 31-year-old veteran, but he's the one that's really ignited this team. Those back-to-back threes.
Alex Mumbro on the line for Real Madrid. Misses, and misses by a long way. It's the second. Eiffel Towers, Den Bosch lead by 3.
A little bit of a trapping defense there. Not going to see it.
Oh, great steal.
Position. Great position there from Eric Nelson to seal Felipe Reyes on the low post.
And he sealed 2 men off there in there as well. That's great offense from young Nelson.
Drew the
and
first foul off Hamilton, yeah.
He goes to the line for 2 free throws.
Excellent play there from Nelson. Interesting, Eric Nelson's not a big scorer for this team. He played for Den Bosch last year, the last 2 years actually, before they went in Nijmegen. And then they moved back into the historical for basketball anyway for Den Bosch.
Oh, and what a great job he's doing in there at 2 meters 1.
Oh,
6,
foul
not
there.
quite 6'7", and what a great job Nelson's doing inside.
Well, he's filled in for Sharon Wright when Sharon Wright went ice cold at the beginning of the game. And you're right, he's done a great job in filling up that middle.
26 plays 21. The local side, the home side rather, Eiffel Towers leading the mighty Real Madrid, and they've got a steal. Oh my goodness me! 28 plays 21. Den Bosch believe, and so do the crowd. No foul, good hands. Here's Bullock for 3. Misses by a long way.
Oh, what a rebound. What a rebound, Robert Owens. He just teared that one down.
Den Bosch are playing out of their skin. But can they keep it up? Here's Jones. Well, this place is rocking, to say the least. If that goes in. No, missed by a long way. Nelson can't get the rebound. 28 plays 21 with 4 to go in the half.
Again, Roy, we've seen not much pressure on the ball from Lopez. He can see any pass he wants to. Sharon Wright's backing off Hamilton. Mumbro, easy 15-footer. Nothing dropping for Madrid right now.
Well, 1-on-4 is not smart offense.
Roy, there's some place you don't go in the lane. You don't go in there against those big boys.
And I'll tell you what, Mickey, Juan Plas has been forced to call a timeout. The Real Madrid coach has been forced to call a timeout. Say that again.
What is it?
28 plays 21.
Well, you start the game with your second 5. You come back with your starters. Are they ready to play? And it seems right now they need to rethink the options. Well, Den Bosch are just getting more shots away now. That means they're stealing the ball. They're playing good defense. Not particularly not putting too much pressure on the ball handlers, but they're reading the passes and getting the fast breaks. Yeah, exactly right. Madrid are making mistakes on the passing, and it's starting from the point guard.
Look at that statistic. Eiffel Towers turnovers 3, Real Madrid an unbelievable 12.
It's worrying times, I think, but this Madrid team should be able to cope with this. My only worry is you come out in a game with your second five, you're sending out a message to the whole team this game's going to be easy. And I don't think even the best of teams can get away with this. I'd like to see Sharon Wright just bang around in there and get things moving. You got a small lineup for Madrid. He should be able to move some bodies.
Yeah, I'll endorse that. I want to see Sharon Wright now play an active part in this game. He's missed all of his shots so far. What can the big boy do? Well, he can set a few picks to start with. Yeah, exactly.
Edge my mind. He's got Vincent Hamilton guarding. He should be able to use that body. Here he is, right in there now. Back him in.
10 on the shot clock. Still a long time for Den Bosch to set their offense. There's Wright inside. And misses by miles. Well,
Roy, you coin it a country mile. There was no touch to that shot. He's 0 for 5 now.
And what's worse, Eric Nelson picks up his third foul. That will definitely hurt Eiffel Tower's Den Bosch. Now, will Coach Randy Ville take Nelson off? He's on 3 fouls.
Yep, Leon Rogers come back in the game, which is a good move. Nelson's had a good effort. You've got to commend him. You're coming in at a worrying time when they hadn't scored.
Crowd very appreciative of the efforts of Nelson. He walks to the end of the bench. He'll take no further part this half anyway. And Den Bosch in the penalty. Well, 17 is Alex Hervel.
Well, they're 7 points down, missing free throws. Everything is going wrong for Real Madrid right now. And there's another one out.
Second as well.
Rogers fumbled it. That should be white ball. Yep.
Well, did the Den Bosch player throw the ball against an opponent? Apparently not. And there, a sad-looking Real Madrid coach. Perplexed, I would say.
Yeah, Madrid won't want to drop this game, that's for sure. They will want to come here and win. They probably think they're going to win a lot easier than they will.
Well, so far in ULEB Cup this season, Mickey, the home team has been dominant in all the games that Eurosport 2 have shown so far. And is that going to be repeated tonight? Now, the odds are against it, but you never know.
We're going to see Sam Jones get after Raul Lopez. We've definitely see some better defense there from Travis Young, but the foul's been called. Bullock will shoot 2 free throws. Here's a problem right now. They're in the bonus. Every foul goes to the free throw line. I don't think Lewis Bullock's going to miss these 2 free throws.
And there's a long time to go in this half. 3 minutes, in fact. So Real Madrid have every opportunity to get back into this game. You know what, Mickey? We had about 5 seconds of silence then in this arena.
I know. I think everybody's waiting for us to say something. That's a good one from Lewis Bullock. Lewis Bullock is an outstanding performer. You've got to take your hat off to him. He was at University of Michigan and double-figure scorer in every year he played. All 4 years he had double figures in scoring. Eventually got drafted by the Timberwolves.
2 seasons ago, Real Madrid were 8 points down with 1 minute to go in the 5th game of the best-of-5 playoffs in the ACB, and they hit 10 points in that last minute. And Luis Bullock hit a 3 from the corner to win the Spanish championship for Real Madrid the season before last. So he has quality written all over him. Indeed, so does this man, Hervel. Oh, great following up from Mumbro.
The problem was then, Hervel missed the rebound, but only 1 red got back, and Alex Mumbro followed in, hustling the play.
So 4 in a row for Real Madrid. 2 from the line and a layup.
Big boy's going to finish this one.
No, still can't finish it. Here goes Bullock. Oh, lovely assist. Beautiful. Oh, how on earth did Real Madrid miss that? That's got to be called a travel, Mr. Referee. He rolled over.
And Lewis Bullock will settle the ship. Again, no pressure. Absolutely no pressure from Travis Young. You've got to get up on him. Make him play some offense. Otherwise, they're going to run through everything nice and easy. Hervel looking inside to Hamilton.
9 on the shot clock. Oh, a lovely pass again. Hervel's not going to miss that one.
Wow, Raul Lopez,
suddenly it's a 1-point game. 6 in a row for Madrid. And some pressure indeed from them as well. Since that timeout, Real Madrid have scored 6 without reply.
Now, Raul Lopez can think himself very unlucky not to be on that Spanish World Championship team. He's an outstanding guard.
Well, Spanish national team got a guy called Juan Carlos Navarro to play point guard. Outstanding he is. No, missed by a long way. Suddenly, the shots are not dropping for Eiffel Towers, Den Bosch, but
Great
they are
pass.
dropping on the break for Real Madrid. They take a 1-point lead, 8 in a row for Real.
And that's that man, Raul Lopez, there pushing up on the break behind the back dribble and just fed Axel Hervel. Easy two.
Subdued is the name of the game for the crowd again.
Roy, you got the top scorer, Leon Rogers, being guarded by Axel Hervel in the post. Or not the post, because Rogers doesn't want to post up.
No reset on the shot clock. Well, Real Madrid have stepped up the intensity on defense and on offense. There it is on the break. 10 in a row for Real Madrid. Timeout for the home side, Den Bosch.
Axel Hervel scored 6 of those, the last 6 in a row. And Roy, you got bad news, because when Sharon Wright's in the game, they're getting blown out.
Yep.
He's not effective on offense, transition, he's nowhere, and defensively, he's struggling for mobility.
As you say, he's missed every shot he's taken, and he just can't get back.
Roy, one player in this game was drafted at number 6 in the draft, and that's a high pick. You got any guess who it is? The big fella himself. Sharon Wright was taken at number 6 pick in the NBA draft. You've got 5 other players, including Lewis Bullock. And you think, where are they now? Lewis Bullock is playing for one of the Premier teams in Europe, Real Madrid, and Sharon Wright is struggling to get court time with Den Bosch. And it's an amazing turnaround, but Philadelphia 76ers picked him at 6.
Look at that rebound stat. Real Madrid out-rebounding the home side by 10 rebounds. 22 plays 12 on the boards. Just as an aside, Mickey, we just saw a fantastic display of gymnastics from the cheerleaders. There was a guy out in the middle doing a one-handed handstand for the whole minute of that timeout. That takes some doing.
And Madrid coming back with smiles on their faces now. It's gone from 28-21 to 31-28, a 10-0 turnaround. And we've got concentration time now for Den Bosch. 40 seconds to go.
Now, can Den Bosch stop the run of play that Real Madrid have enjoyed in the last couple of minutes?
Again, you got this matchup. Hervel on Rogers.
Look at this defense. Five on the shot clock, and there's a foul.
Fouls Vincent Hamilton.
There's no flag up on the end of the table for Real Madrid, though, so they're not in the penalty. That's a smart foul. 19 seconds remaining. Now, the shot clock has been turned off, and it is a Den Bosch possession. Theoretically,
well, the shot clock's not been turned off, but I think somebody's not doing the job over here.
Real Madrid should not touch the ball again. This is Weather, Ray Weathers. Now, is he looking for a 3?
He's going to go penetrate one-on-one and maybe a kick to one of the shooters. He won't kick to one of the, he might go to Rogers. Got a pick and roll from Leon Rogers.
And what do? Almost give the ball away, but they still have 1 second. Is this going to be an alley-oop play? Now, the referee has called an infringement against Real Madrid because the defender infringed the plane of the court. In other words, you can't put your hands over the air above that line. The inbounds passer can step back.
It's all a bit crowded in there.
An air ball, and that will be the last play of the game. So 31 plays 28. Well, we had a great recovery from a long way down against Den Bosch, and Real Madrid, they too were 8 points down, but they have recovered to take a 3-point lead at the half. Well, we have an interview coming up with one of the key protagonists of that first half. He's on 3 fouls, but he did instigate a great recovery.
The game, but you started playing defense. You started blocking the passing lanes, and everything went better for you.
Yeah, I think it's an underrated part of the game, and that's what I try to bring to this team especially, is to pick it up on D and lead that way.
What do you think you have to do in the second half?
Right now, we got to pick up D again and make our shots. We've been getting shots, but we've been missing a lot of them. Yeah.
Those last 3-4 minutes of the second quarter were a bit of the key to that.
Yeah, that was a little lapse, and I think that we're going to pay for that. We can't. When we're playing a team like Real Madrid, we can't afford to have lapses like that.
Thank you.
Thanks.
How through the laps in the last 3 or 4 minutes of that half, and really that has subdued the crowd. So Real Madrid 31, Eiffel Towers Den Bosch 28. Look at those turnovers. That's amazing. 12 turnovers from Real Madrid, but none in the last 4 minutes of that half.
Yeah, Roy, we talked at 28-21 when Den Bosch led about the turnovers, and now we're talking about the rebounds. It's an amazing turnaround.
31-28, Real against Den Bosch. The visitors lead.
Do you want to get closer to the stars of the Sony Ericsson WTA Tour? Sony Ericsson is giving Eurosport viewers the chance to win some fantastic prizes, including exclusive tickets to the Sony
He will come up for the ball for this little set play. Great defense there. Sam Jones, he's holding Tunkari. Referee's letting it play.
4 on the shot clock. And Hervel over the back rebound, or over the back foul. The Belgian, Alex Hervel, picks up his second foul.
Nice shot from Marco Thomas, and Sharon Wright got out to try and bother that shot. But well, Den Bosch hanging in there.
It took an age for either team to score in the first half, and it's exactly the same in the second half. 1 minute 10 gone. Nobody registered, nobody troubled the scorer yet except a foul.
Here's the isolation for Sharon Wright, low post.
That's got to go in. No, it's 7 shots without any success from Sharon Wright. The coach's nightmare.
And Travis Young picks up a foul there. That's his second foul on a reach-in foul on the rebound from Vada. And he's had a bit of a rough night, Sharon Wright. I'm sure if they keep working to him, he'll get some points in a minute, but he needs to be more active.
A bit of raw meat in that confrontation, isn't it? Number 12 for Real, Vada against Wright. There's probably about 40 stone in there. There's Vada on the turnaround.
Great play. There you go, Sharon Wright.
Blocks it.
Much better defense, good active defense. They've got a mismatch now. Hervel's missed a jump shot, though.
Well, Alex Hervel had his arms all over the place there in a desperate attempt to get the rebound, and a little bit lucky to get a foul called in his favor. Eric Nelson re-enters the fray on 3 fouls.
And Sharon Wright is out.
Sharon Wright, well, he took 1 shot in the first minute or so of this second half. He missed it, and for his pains, he's on the bench again.
Travel there.
Whoa, the crowd wanted to travel, and I don't blame them.
And
here we go, Den Bosch on the break. Oh, get out of here.
Bit of volleyball, Roy.
Alex Hervel back on the break and swatted that as though it were a fly.
Here we go. I think prefers the ball on the 3-point line than getting that close. Ooh,
well, actually, it wasn't Hervel, was it? It was Venison.
Charles Smith, yeah. Now, Den Bosch need to score because everything's gone quiet in here, trying to ignite the crowd. Eric Nelson, and another turnover. Eric Nelson trying to isolate Vada on the perimeter, which is where he doesn't want to play defense.
Den Bosch keep looking for this backdoor pass, and I think they've been very, very optimistic indeed against the quality of defense that Real Madrid are putting up against them. Charles Smith. Oh, look at that holding in there. Yeah, that's Nelson's fourth.
That's a quick
interlock
trip
the
to
arms. And there, the magic number 4 will go up. Now, will the coach dare to keep him in? No is the answer, because here comes Sharon Wright again. Eric Nelson back to the bench.
Interesting though, Roy, when you're playing against somebody 7 foot tall as Vada is, Eric Nelson's only 6'7", you have to push around, you have to bang around, because the size of the man just needs moving around. You can't leave him in the paint, it's too easy. Open 3, Smith is missed.
And there's Wright getting a rebound.
Another rebound.
Really, he's got to play a role play now. If he can just get the rebound, then his job will be well done.
And Leon Rogers, the drought continues. Nice offensive rebound, but bricked the shot. Great defense from Madrid.
Foot violation from Wright.
And all the time that Madrid aren't scoring and Den Bosch aren't scoring down the other end. It's just good news for Real. Roy, how far do you think Real Madrid can go? They should be in the EuroLeague, no doubt, with the bodies they've got.
Oh, easy score. Yep. So the first score of the second half goes to Real Madrid, and they lead by 5 now. Defense went to sleep. Nice pass from Wright. Oh, again the layup is missed. And here go Real. It's a 5-on-2 break.
Axel Hervel, a nice little finger. He is double figures now, top scorer in the game. And the foul, Marco Thomas there as Kisakaboom drove to the basket.
This not quite the biggest lead of the game. Remember, Real Madrid led 8-0. But here they lead 35-28 early in the second half. And Den Bosch, they just can't score at the moment. They cannot score at the beginning of the first quarter or the third quarter. Rogers is shooting bricks at the moment, as they say.
He's having a nightmare. You know, one of the parts about that offense there, that Sharon Wright is huge, but he's got to lay a screen on somebody, and he just set half a screen, and this top scorer, Leon Rogers, can't get open.
Oh,
great
lovely pass. What a pass from the big Bosnian.
And it's just screens set all over the place. A lot of switching going on. The defense doesn't know who they're guarding. And great execution. They're in the trap right now, Real Madrid. Half-court trap, great move. Keeps back, Akaboon. There you go.
Sharon Wright has scored.
Come on, big fella.
Well, perhaps now the floodgates will open for Sharon Wright. His first score of the game, a tip-in. Hervel Axel, the rebound. Oh, lovely move there. I just called him a Bosnian. He's a Serb. And timeout called by Randy Veal. His team trail by 9. That's Coach Plaza of Real Madrid, but the problems are all at the other end of the court, because
that's great
suddenly
execution.
Den Bosch trail by 9.
Yeah, great execution coming out in the second half, and Real Madrid have just drilled them to death. You know, they go over these offenses time and time again in practice, and it's just worked to the extreme. Great passing inside, interior passes from Vada down to Axel Hervel. Great understanding between those two big guys. And it's school time right now, unless Den Bosch can stem the tide. This Real 5 on the floor. We'll have another 5 minutes, and then we're going to see the starters back in. It'll be 10 minutes out. I can't hear you.
So the timeout is over, and Den Bosch have possession.
And Real Madrid in that 1-3-1 zone again. Little half-court trap. Rogers open 3.
Still no score from Rogers. So really, Den Bosch, two big players, are not producing tonight on offense. Rogers and Wright.
And here's the execution of the offense again. Real Madrid's running it to death.
Well, the big Serb gets another rebound. Oh, a lot of bumping and grinding down the floor there, and still.
Oh, great play, Leon Rogers and Keith Akabu in the rebound. They got to get something to get this crowd going.
Well, that's how to keep the rebound alive. Twang the ring.
And the crowd getting into a bit now. Leon Rogers asking for noise. The only way is get enthusiasm into this crowd.
This is good defense from Den Bosch. Yeah, too much contact.
And Leon Rogers trying to show the way, get some pressure on the ball, which is what we were missing the first half.
His second foul.
And your 6'7" forward is trying to show the guards how to play defense. And Ryan van der Kamp comes into the game, see his first time. You know, the thing that sparked it in the first half was getting Ray Weathers in the game, and I don't know whether he's going to come in with that injury. Thomas powers up and giving up the offensive rebound again.
Another rebound for Real Madrid and a bonus to come. And what's worse for Den Bosch, Felipe Rey's waiting to get back in there.
And Ray Weathers is coming into the game as sub. So this might be an injection of energy for the Den Bosch team.
Man has done a lot of damage for Real Madrid on the line. Ratko Varda, 2'13", and completes the three-point play.
Well, that's 10-point lead now. They're in that trap again, Madrid. Little 1-3-1 half court. Sharon Wright is free.
Oh, Wright was trailing through there. Here he is, little travel, and another two. So he's doubled his score. Suddenly, Wright is on 4 points.
And that one crept in. It didn't really want to go in, but it got the nice little touch.
Well, it's garbage time for Wright.
And again, pressure on the ball needed from Sam Jones here.
Oh, what understanding. Foul, yep. Good foul, actually. Denied Varda the easy score. Made him work for them on the line.
Roy, Den Bosch is having all sorts of problems defensively, coping with the pick and roll. We see it week in, week out. And I'm sure Randy Wheel goes over with these players. He has a set way of playing the pick and roll. And right now, that little play there was too easy for Ratko Varda. The little lob pass from Felipe Reyes. Tried to tip it in himself.
A bread and butter play. Expertly played, as you would expect from a Spanish basketball club. Spain won the World Championships playing that pick and roll to perfection. And here are Real Madrid giving us an exercise in how to play that basic basketball move, the pick and roll.
And they've given up an offensive rebound. No, Ryan van der Kamp chases that one down.
Oh, that's good defense from Real Madrid. Rogers declining the shot. And Weathers setting the offense. From the corner, the left-hander misses by a long way. That was Ryan van der Kamp.
Yeah, that was an open three. They're going to get back in this game. Those are the shots that are going to go down. Again, no pressure on the ball. Letting Tokari dribble whichever side he wants in this pick and roll. Execution there until the big fella had to catch it. And Snanovic comes in for him. Coach Plaza's seen enough.
Yeah, Varda's earned a rest on the bench. He's had a tremendous 7 minutes in this first quarter of the second half. Really, he's done the damage at both ends, picking up rebounds and drawing fouls. Here's Weathers. Shooting high, and I'll tell you what, Wright took that out the hoop then.
Well, Ray Weathers had to shoot that up into the sky to avoid the shot blockers. And I'll go back to you. Can this team go all the way? They are big. They're active around the basket. We talked about this last night. If you haven't got a big guy inside, you're not going to get to the final of the ULEB Cup.
And looking at Den Bosch, every single player is breathing very, very heavily. They are very tired out there. They've given their all physically. Yep, another two, and suddenly it's a double-digit lead. 34 plays 45.
And Felipe Reyes just backed in Leon Rogers going to shoot this three. He's very frustrated right now, Rogers. And I wouldn't be surprised if Randeville goes to the subs bench and gives Rogers a break.
Well, it's such a pity for Eiffel Towers Den Bosch, because this could develop into a rout. They have given 100% until now, but they just cannot cope physically or technically with the might of Real Madrid. It's all too easy at the moment for Real Madrid. The pass is not being contested. And really, they have the freedom of the court. But, as I say, Rogers gets a steal. That's got to go in, and it does.
Sam Jones, open three. And the crowd making noise. It's back to 8. Oh, it's backcourt. It looked like backcourt.
Stepped on the line. That's a backcourt violation missed by the official there.
And the reason is pressure on the ball, Roy. And Sam Jones has gone back and given Tunkeri all the space he wants.
The steal.
Another turnover.
That's a foul. That's an unsportsmanlike foul. Well called, Mr. Referee, sir. Now, this will be 2 shots and possession for Den Bosch.
Well, we're going to see a little
what they
turnaround.
wanted.
This could be the little turnaround the crowd are looking for. Ray Smith there called. Grabbing behind on Sam Smith. Sam Jones. Too many Smiths in our game.
Now, Sam Jones, you must hit 2 from this opportunity. Good man, well done. Not that your commentators are supporting either team, but we do like to see the underdog do well.
Roy, I'm sitting here with my Estudiantes jacket on. Of course I want Den Bosch to win.
So, Sam does the necessary from the line. Now, can Den Bosch score from the field as well? It's back to 6, the gap that is.
Real Madrid just coasted through this game, and I hope Den Bosch can keep it close to the end of the game, because there might be a sting in the tail somewhere.
Well, if they can keep it close, they can win. But if they're in danger, if it's a 20-point margin, they have no chance.
Exactly so.
Defense steps up in intensity again from Madrid. Here's Weathers. That's a foul, surely, Mr. Referee. Surely that's a foul.
Yeah, great penetration, Ray Weathers there. Took Marco Thomas to the hoop from the 3-point line, and Felipe Reyes definitely got him on the arm.
And the rest. There's Rogers inside. Oh, almost in and out. In and out from Rein van der Kamp.
Tough play, just a little too hard. Here we go, Jones got to put pressure on Tunkeri. Let him see everything.
The crowd doing their best to help. Oh, lovely pass inside, but this steal is made. Here goes Rogers on the break. Surely the
and
foul,
one.
And the
What
one.
a move.
Whoa.
What a move, Leon Rogers. At last, he's got points on the board. What an athletic move.
Well, he was forced to change the angle of the shot, and he was good enough to come up with the 2 points.
Now, Roy, I'm telling you, if Leon Rogers gets off, this game will change. And that could be the one moment that defines a bit more confidence in him. But that is just a long time since the last basket he scored.
Now, Rogers, the bonus shot. And then some pressure we expect. Yes.
2-1 court, full court press, pressure. This shouldn't worry Madrid too much.
Look at the big, almost a 3-second call in there then. It's a 3-point game suddenly. Remember, not very long ago, Real Madrid led by 11. 10 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Good defense.
Great play, martial arts.
And we have 2 shots at the other end. So this could reduce the margin to just 1. The crowd loving it.
This young man, Marcel Arts, only 23. He's the born and bred young man from this town. And he's going to shoot 2 free throws. He's got some good minutes here, backing up Sharon Wright. Makes the first free throw. Great play. That's 7 foot going against 7'3". There aren't too many players who play against 3 inches taller than him.
Yes.
Yep.
10 seconds remaining in the quarter. It's a 1-point game. Thomas, nails a crucial 3 there. Suddenly it's a 4-point game, but the important thing is that Den Bosch have fought their way back into this game.
Well, Ray Weathers is just looking at a look of disconsolation there. He's just been nailed that 3-pointer on Marco Thomas, and he's looking around. He doesn't know where to look.
Well, the referee is explaining to everybody here that the quarter is over. Den Bosch wanted a foul, I think, on the out-of-bounds situation, but time had expired. And the coach at the moment is seeking an explanation. Randy Veal wants to know what's happening.
Well, Randy Veal's saying maybe a 2-pointer.
Yeah, well, perhaps we'll get a look at the replay. The referees won't have that luxury, though. It's gone down as a 3. Well, the referees are still discussing this situation at the table. We don't know whether that was a 3 or a 2. We're still waiting for the decision. At the moment, Real Madrid lead by 4. And there's a long discussion going on at the table.
Roy, they're talking about the free throw that was taken by martial arts just now. They're discussing whether it was a 1-point or a 2-point on a tip. Now, they're saying it's a 2-point.
Yeah, he's given 2.
Which could be one more point for Den Bosch.
So we may have a 3-point gap between the teams. Such a fine line between a foul shot and a field goal, and the referee is definitely signaling 2. And the assistant coach, or one of the assistant coaches from Real Madrid, is querying this.
Well, they're actually changing the score sheet too.
I'll see if I can't grab the referee's attention and ask him.
Could be the first time a referee gets interviewed mid-game.
2 or 1, 2, 2. Yeah, definitely giving us 2.
Yeah, it's 45-48 the score now. It's a 3-point game.
Well, I don't know whether Coach Randy Veal actually, that was what he meant. I think he thought that the 3-pointer had been given as a 2. Yeah, 2. But he got more than he bargained for there, I think. He wasn't going to get that reduced from 3 points, but he did get an additional point from the free throw situation. So it's 3 points, the margin, in the last quarter. And Den Bosch have first possession.
And we've got a game on now. If Den Bosch can concentrate, here we go. Weathers.
Yes,
it's good.
A 1-point game. Here we go. Now, Den Bosch, can you provide the upset of the 21st century? And I do not exaggerate. Thomas using the big screen.
Great play, martial arts. Turnover again.
Yes, double dribble.
Well, Roy, Felipe Reyes had Sinanovic wide open, but took the dribble and wasted time, and that caused the turnover.
But the help defense stepped in and made that call. That's great defense there from Den Bosch, but can they continue in that vein? It's a 1-point game. Rogers, is he going to come to the party at last? Weathers. Rogers again. Tied up completely.
Turnover.
Yeah. Oh, good defense from Jones, but Thomas has the easy.
And he's missed it.
Oh my goodness me! Oh, risky pass there. Rogers inside. Oh well, showtime from Rogers, but that's not what his team needs.
Well, exactly so. That's just wild basketball right now. And I know Leon Rogers dying to get on the score sheet a bit more than his 8 points.
No help at all.
Travel. No, it's a foul. Yeah, we've got a foul. A sideline ball, no basket for Tunkeri.
Yeah, no continuation play. And
well, Lewis Bullock's coming back in the game with 8 minutes to go, along with Raul Lopez, and just shows you the depth in this Real Madrid team. You can bring players off the bench like that.
And what he's brought Bullock back in there is to get a bit of control into the game. Well, I don't know why Weathers he's been subbed out, because to me,
he's just told the coach to give him 1 minute. So looking for a 1 minute rest and back in the game.
To me, Leon Rogers should be the man on the bench at the moment, because he's out of control. But here he is on defense.
And there's the foul. I think it's Van der Kamp, is it? Holding Alex Mumbro.
His second.
Be interested to see how Lewis Bullock treats this. He's a very cool customer.
So here he is, out of bounds play. Good defense from Rogers, but the foul, well, that's not appreciated by the crowd, I think we may safely say.
Yeah, poor foul. Rogers had his hands up, just bumped him with his chest, and Felipe Reyes had nowhere to go.
I'll just clarify that, Mickey. Poor call, I think, as opposed to poor foul. Over the top, and 2 points. It's a 5-point game suddenly.
Well executed backdoor play there, Felipe Reyes, and troubled times for Den Bosch once again.
Is Travis Young playing the point. Real Madrid play that pick defense so well.
They're just so physical on it.
4 on the shot clock, and the shot is blocked. Mumbro blocks the shot. And Kerimton Curry, the Turk, calms things down for Real Madrid. Yep.
Foul, key boom there. Felipe Reyes is doing some really great work inside, banging around, setting screens. He's a meaty boy himself, about 6'8", but he's definitely making himself felt.
Owens back in. Robert Owens. One of the 7 Americans for Den Bosch. Enters the fray in the 4th quarter. And Eric Nelson hovering on the subs bench as well.
Yeah, a long time since that 4th foul start the second half. It cost him dear for about the next 5 minutes. And Reyes 6 points.
Nelson comes in.
And great work from martial arts. That's martial arts, not martial arts. He's done a great job. The little young 7-footer from Belgium, from Holland, sorry. Travis Young taking real care with Raul Lopez guarding the NBA guard from Spain.
A lot of holding going on in that defense. Oh, good. How on earth did Den Bosch come over?
Great hustle, Travis Young. Bad pass, chased it down. Another turnover, Real Madrid.
It's a 4-point game.
Great kick.
Mumbro in the corner, misses by a long way, and Young gets the rebound. Young from 3.
Well, we're lighting up, Roy. We're lighting up.
We have a 1-point game.
We got a game.
Make it 2 points, 54.
And a turnover.
52.
Oh, that was backcourt. You got it.
Yeah. Referee on the spot.
Now, Real Madrid have had a nightmare turning the ball over. They had a nightmare from the 3-point line. And it's all resulted in the crowd back in the game. 6:57 to go. And you couldn't get more exciting than this.
Felipe Reyes comes out, as indeed does Sinanovic.
Real Madrid have strolled through this game, and now they need some fight.
And the scoreboard has been readjusted. We have a tie at 52 apiece. If that goes in,
There you go. We have got a game. Leon Rogers, double figures.
Den Bosch by 3.
Oh, wide open next to Hervel. They missed it. He's open now, and they got a foul there.
Yeah, Owens fouls. The big Belgian, Alex Hervel. Sam Jones wants back in.
I tell you what, if Real Madrid blow this, they'll be taking this tape back home and trying to figure out where they lost it, because they have strolled through this game without sweat, smiling faces, everything. But Den Bosch have hung around, and now they're knocking on the door of a victory.
I think that was Den Bosch's 4th foul, so anything subsequent that'll be in a penalty. Hervel, it drops out. The crowd are loving this. but he hits the second. Den Bosch by 2. Sam Jones doesn't need any help in the backcourt.
Ooh, got a bump too. He had
Didn't he?
lane to the basket.
There's Jones again. 10 on the shot clock. Jones inside. Oh, just gobbled up. And Real Madrid
Almost
nearly throw it away. Nearly.
Sam Jones went all the way, looking to pass the ball instead of going up over Vincent Hamilton.
6 minutes remaining in the fourth.
There's the foul there. Travis Young fouling Lewis Bullock. That stepped up the defense. But Roy, I'll go back to this point guard defense. They have to put pressure on Raul Lopez so that the first pass into the offense is not an easy one.
Yeah, Den Bosch in the penalty, so Bullock on the line for 2. And it's, let's say, it's unlikely for Lewis Young to miss both foul shots. Young on 3 fouls. Sheer class on the foul line.
Yeah, he's supreme competitor.
We saw him in the warm-up, Mickey, and he looked like a very diminutive player out there with all the size at Real Madrid. Reminding me very much of Altenberg of days gone by. But what a quality player.
Yeah, exactly right. Lewis Bullock could end up top scorer in this game, and he won't even break a sweat.
And he's not had that much court time either, has he?
No, exactly so.
55 plays 55.
And again, Sam Jones had the lane to the basket. Travis Young.
The floater goes in. It's Eiffel Towers by 2.
Well, Travis Young has just ignited his team. Here we go again. Point guard pressure. Sam Jones has to get up and stop this easy pass from Raul Lopez. Otherwise, Lewis Bullock gets the ball where he wants it. There it is.
Oh, the Bullock, the pass, and the 3 from Mumbro. Real Madrid by 1 now.
And it all caused from the lack of pressure on that first pass, because Bullock gets open, penetrates, kicks, easy 3.
Is Young. Rogers looking for the 3. Not this time. Oh, Sam Jones got his hand on the rebound, but couldn't keep it. Real by 1.
Well, it's a story of 2 threes. Mumbro down one end, and the missed 3 from Leon Rogers down the other.
Under 5 minutes. Here's Bullock inside for the... Well, Real Madrid just contest those boards so aggressively.
They just bullied that one in.
Hamilton with the rebound. It's Real by 3 now. Great hesitation from Jones. If that goes in, it does.
Oh, Travis
we
Young.
have a tie.
Oh, baby.
Call it just over 4 minutes of the fourth remaining, and it's 60 plays 60.
Travis Young now leads all scorers. That's a charging foul, not called by the refs.
Well, the crowd called that one. Here's Mumbro. Nice easy 2 for him.
Yeah,
no foul called.
Defense was chasing all around the shot right there. And like you said, Roy, there was a foul not called. It should have been maybe an and 1.
Coach Plaza almost demanding a foul call there, but Real lead by 2. This has wire written all over it. He says, hopefully.
And
yeah, foul.
Yep.
Real not in the penalty, though.
And Travis Young's just nailed another 3. He's giving the referee a high 5 or a low 5.
And Weathers back in. Vakaboom. I do believe Den Bosch have 5 Americans out there. Here's one of them. Oh, my goodness me.
Bring it home. This is going to be an unbelievable victory, Roy. This happens. Oh, Sam Jones. No. You can't nail a 3 down the other end and bail Raul Lopez out. 2 free throws.
Yeah, remember, Den Bosch been a long time in that penalty.
Roy, the crowd are standing up. They're clapping this team coming off this 5, coming off the court. They just had an amazing 5 or 6 minutes there.
Interesting call there, because Real Madrid have just called a timeout. I say interesting because we couldn't quite work out who called that timeout, but it was called by Coach Juan Plaza of Real Madrid.
Well, here's your gymnastics show you were talking about. Very impressive.